Now, in the beginning of the chapter, we seen Usopp is having a picnic with parrots, and we actually see him enjoying a lovely day in the picnic with parrots. But now we actually go to the chapter where we actually seen Big Mom pirates are in a huge pinch after Big Mom is falling off the ship and into the sea, not knowing that she is still in the island, who actually have amnesia, in which they need to find someone else to become captain. However, her fever card is still intact, so they actually decided that she's still alive. But they're actually gonna find someone who can actually run the Big Mom Pirates. And since they actually decide that Sparrow should be in charge and try to rename the Sparrow Pirates. But Smoothie actually told him that Big Mom is not dead, in which she actually has doubts that she will, had no doubts that she will return to them, in which we actually seen inside of the the Kuri village, where we actually seen Hitisu yelling at Toma, who actually yelling at her for actually being with Chopper and the others, in which she is actually is in company by Kikmi Ukiku, and they actually is riding on a crocodile shark with Big Mom, which she actually had her hair done in a Japanese style, in which we actually seen the map of Wano country, in which we actually gonna see how they're gonna meet with the others, in which we seen Momosuke actually training, which he call it snatch, is what Zoro actually taught him about using a sword, in which we actually can tell that we actually going to see him in battle. Meanwhile, in the Wano country Ringo, where we actually see Nami, Robin, Brooke, Kanjiro, and Nipopo are actually inside of a broken cavern, where we actually see them escape from the Orochi Castle, where we actually realize that 20 years ago that a famous Yakuza was actually in charge by a man who goes by the name of Kyugoro the Flower, before it was taken over by Kyushiru. So I guess they actually realized they actually have an old Yakuza's leader, in which Robin has dropped off Tuku at a district, in which we actually is happy that she didn't get hurt by Orochi, in which we seen Robin is upset that she actually have little information that she could actually have, but not the poneglyph that wasn't the red one. But we actually can tell that that poneglyph is actually on Onigashima, is where we actually seen that Kaido actually have. But we actually see in the Flower District the news about Kumurasaki is dead, in which everybody is actually in shock, including Sanji, who is actually tearing up for her death, in which her funeral is going to be tomorrow, in which they actually have a new way to communicate with Nami and the others, with a Wano style transponder snail, in which they're actually going to be at a bathhouse, in which we actually seen Sanji still holding that canister of his riot suit. And I guessing that he's going to use that ability to go into the bathhouse, which he would actually do it. But meanwhile, in Odin Prison Mine, we actually see that Captain Kidd have escaped, in which Luffy haven't escaped either, in which he was actually going to be punished by the Pac-Man, the Alpaca Man, who actually ate the Alpaca Smile Fruit, which I really have a hard time with saying that name. But anyway, he didn't actually help him escape, in which he's still spitting on Luffy, because that's what Alpaca actually does. But we actually seen what the others are actually doing to the slaves, in which we seen one man is actually being beaten, in which we seen him getting hurt by one of them. So we actually seen Grandpa Q actually getting beaten up by one of the men, in which we seen him getting beaten because he was actually being questioned on who gave him those tickets, in which he won't actually tell them, and he actually say that he's going to kill him unless he actually tell him who gave him the tickets. But he actually told him that he'll go ahead and kill him, but being the man allowing him to remember the past is actually what he'll do to keep his honor. So he actually is left, in which we actually seen Luffy actually going to taking out one of the men, in which we actually gonna see Queen getting to go inside the mines, in which Queen, the All-Star, is actually going inside there and take care of business. So we're actually going to see that fight actually happens. Now we seen how the Big Mom Pirates are going to reenact the situation that Big Mom is still alive, but we're actually going to see the fight between Luffy and Queen is going to happen. However, we are actually going to have to wait the week after next week, because that's actually the manga break that's actually happening next week. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment on what you think about the manga chapter. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. Until then, this is Anime Guys right here saying sign out. Laters.